Hello, welcome back to another episode of Math with Haas. You're watching Precalculus, Season 2, Episode 37. We're continuing our investigation of trigonometry, and now we are going to derive the half-angle identities. So, in the previous episode, we saw that the derivations for the power reduction formulas directly followed from the double-angle identities, and now the half-angle identities will follow directly from the power reduction formulas we had just proved in the previous episode. So let's recall what we proved. We showed that sine squared of theta is equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 theta divided by 2. Cosine of 2 theta is equal to 1 plus cosine of 2 theta divided by 2. And tangent squared theta is equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 theta divided by 1 plus cosine of 2 theta. Now, what we're going to do is say, well, we're going to make a variable substitution here. So, let's see. If we say that alpha is equal to 2 theta, then that means if we divide by 2 that alpha over 2 is equal to theta. Okay, so if we start with the sine squared identity right above, that means sine squared of theta, which we said was 1 minus cosine of 2 theta over 2. This we can transform in terms of alpha, and this is sine squared of alpha over 2 equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 alpha over 2 divided by 2. And we can note immediately that this and this will cancel out. And then, so we got sine squared of alpha over 2 is equal to 1 minus cosine alpha over 2. Now, because we have this square here, we can just take the square root of both sides. So here we go. I guess we'll just leave that be. It's kind of funny that the computer lagged and gave us a orange radical, but who cares? So, once we square root both sides, then we get sine of alpha over 2 is equal to the square root of 1 minus cosine alpha over 2. And since we took the square root, we need to have the plus or minus. Now, as you can well imagine, our derivations for cosine, the half-angles for, or half-angle identities for cosine and tangent is going to be as simple as this. Once we've made that variable substitution, it becomes rather easy to see how to do these half-angle identities. And so I'm just going to state the remaining ones. So we have cosine of alpha over 2, which is equal plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine alpha divided by 2. And tangent of alpha over 2 is going to equal plus or minus. We'll have a 1 minus cosine alpha divided by 1 plus cosine alpha, and that entire quantity is being square rooted. Alright. This concludes our video on the half-angle identities. I think we'll make a nice green box around our facts. Here we go. Thank you for watching, and if you've been enjoying our content, please subscribe and consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for joining our math party, and I will see you next time.